Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining us again for another video. I'm so excited to watch The Matrix with Jen. The thing is that, just like Logan, Jen has already seen The Matrix, but has not seen The Matrix 2 and 3, or the brand new one that just came out, The Matrix Resurrections. I have not seen that one either, so I'm really wanting to watch that one together. In real time, we're about to do a live stream watch along of The Matrix. We don't do a lot of these, so hopefully some people will join in and sync up with us, and that'll be a lot of fun. But Jen and I have watched this movie together at least a handful of times, so we're pretty familiar with it. When we're doing the actual watch along, because we're so familiar with it and we've seen it, we'll probably be talking a little bit more through it, and hopefully that'll have some entertainment value, and we'll talk about some fun stuff and hopefully read some comments that'll be insightful. But I'm really looking forward to watching it again. Jen, how are you feeling? Not only watching it again, but doing the live stream, and this should be kind of a different type of video for us.
I'm excited. It's been a minute since we've done a live stream. Yeah, it's been a while. And I think The Matrix is a perfect movie to do it for. I love this movie. I think that it's one of the best movies ever made. I'm really excited to watch it again because we're gonna see the second and the third. I don't even know how many there are, but there's a few out there.
Yeah.
I'm excited to kind of have another set of movies to run through. So I think it's a great movie. I love it. Looking forward to seeing it again.
A lot of people are asking why we've been filming in our bedroom more. It's because we don't have our couch.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We ordered our new movie style couches type scenario, but it was delayed and we had already arranged for our old couch to be donated. And obviously we're not gonna be schmucks and be like, sorry, you can't have the couch. We went ahead and got rid of our old couch. So we are temporarily in limbo as far as the couch goes, but it's fine. You know, there could be worse problems, so we'll just make do.
We donated the couch right before Christmas, and I know our tree is still up. I don't want to hear it. We had COVID. It's been a whole thing. I know the tree is still up. Our lights are still up too, anyway.
We don't care.
So we didn't have a couch for Christmas morning. We were supposed to have had it delivered by now, and they were like, oh, it got delayed. We didn't tell you. And we're like, no, you didn't tell us. So we've just been filming in there, and I don't like filming in there. I prefer filming in here.
There goes that Holden Hardman luck.
Yeah, so that's my luck. Anyways, let's do the comment of the day. Today's comment of the day comes from Dire Star. This is from when we watched Logan. Logan is the only X-Men movie for me that didn't feel like a superhero movie. A relatable drama piece that was focused on characters and Logan's trauma first and foremost. The vibe is completely different, and I think that's why people love it so much. I agree, it's a totally different style, superhero type movie. You know what, kind of one of the reasons I think that The Dark Knight has still stood the test of time is that they're not like these typical superhero films. So I agree with that comment a lot. Thank you so much, Dire Star. If you want your comment featured in a comment of the day, leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And so I hope you watch the live stream with us if you're able to. If not, I hope you enjoy the video. Let's go ahead and get into it. The Matrix.
This movie just jumps right into it.
I know. It's great. It's honestly one of the best movies I've ever seen.
When was this movie made?
1999.
Seems like a movie very much ahead of its time.
Yeah, it really is.
Do it! Do it now!
I love Agent Smith.
I do too.
Men are already
dead. Classic.
Classic.
I mean, no one had seen anything like this at the time.
I mean, I still feel like this movie's very different, you know?
Yeah.
There hasn't been a lot of movies like this.
A lot of them try to imitate it.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I feel like the biggest thing they try to imitate is the special effects.
Yeah.
But as far as the storyline itself.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Maybe a little cheesy there. Come on, Trinity, get up. What if it wasn't Cypher, it was just somebody calling that phone? She's just like...
They're always so calm and collected.
I know.
Their next target.
I wonder if he was always the choice for Neo.
I think Will Smith actually was approached about it first.
And he turned it down?
He turned it down for Wild Wild West.
Idiot.
It's funny because Jada Pinkett Smith would be in the sequels.
Oh, how ironic.
Every time I watch this scene, I just want that girl to close her mouth. She's just like, it's like unnatural. You'll see. See? Look at her. I get that she's got a whole neck thing going on too. But
You ever have that feeling you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming?
It's called mescaline. It's the only way to fly.
It's not quite what it was meaning, but
Should we take him with us?
such a good song. I always thought it was creepy because they always look like they're related.
they do look very similar.
Thus, if an employee has a problem, the company has a problem. Either you choose to be at your desk on time from this day forth.
It's like me when we worked together. It was you talking to me about me being late.
Well,
It's
you
Jennifer.
definitely wouldn't respond like that.
Perfectly clear, Jennifer. You know, I'll just go back to whatever I was doing before.
Have a nice day.
Dick. That's that face he was giving him.
Have a nice day. Yeah.
Who's coming?
Stand up and see for yourself.
I wonder who else they considered to play Morpheus.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Obviously, seeing this, I can't imagine anybody else playing Neo or Morpheus.
It's me trying to avoid you guys trying to get me to do more apps. At our job, we had a really cool thing that, like, if you were really good at what you did other people's work too.
He's such a baby, honestly. Didn't want to listen, always argued.
I always did what I was hired to do.
Except for that one time that I asked you to get an app and you argued
That
with
was
me.
to appease other people that didn't even belong in our
But you
department.
just said that you always listened.
I always did what I was hired
I
to
would
do.
argue that there was many situations like that.
I
but
did what I was hired to do, and I did it well.
This is what I dealt with. That would be his argument when I asked him to do something after he refused to do it.
I will take care of the patients. That's my job. I'm not here to play office politics. I'm here to get people coverage. That's what I was there to do, and I did that.
Difficult. Well, what have they done since besides the Matrix?
Well, they did.
follow-ups?
They did the Matrix movies. Obviously, they did Speed Racer. They did V for Vendetta. They produced V for Vendetta. They did a show called Sense8 on Netflix. Yeah, screw that. Go get
I'm
arrested.
guessing none of those really did as well as Matrix.
I mean, The Matrix is just a once in a lifetime type of movie.
I wish movies were still made like this, you know?
I feel like Christopher Nolan's really the only one that's bringing like original
Yeah.
sci-fi-esque
For sure.
type of movies.
As you can see,
Well,
we've had a...
There's me and Holden again at work.
Yeah.
It seems like you've been...
This really was it. It was you and our supervisor grilling me.
I didn't grill you.
Did you tell one of the social workers to piss off? I sure did. I absolutely did.
Any social workers out there, we love you.
Yeah, I do like ours. Social workers are great. That sounds awful if you don't know the dynamic of our old job.
I'm going to be...
This really was us.
Whatever you think you know about this man is irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Consider what good is a phone call if you're unable to speak.
That's honestly terrifying to think about happening.
I thought this thing was pretty gross.
Right in the belly.
I've spent my entire life looking for you.
Oh, you ever talk to me like that?
Like what?
I didn't-
I've been looking my entire life. Yeah, that was right. This phone is tapped, so I must be brief. I miss you. I hope you get home from Target soon.
Take up.
I never liked her.
Yeah, well, she doesn't last very long.
Trinity couldn't like pipe in and be like,
You have been down.
chill. No need to be that way. This part always scared me.
I know, a weird contraption. Ugh. Ugh.
Jesus Christ, that thing's real!
Yeah.
At last.
I mean, honestly, how are those sunglasses staying on his face?
Do you believe in fate, Neo?
I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life.
I know exactly what you mean. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you want to know what it is? You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television.
I remember being so confused by the end of this, like, talk. Like, I still don't know what the Matrix is.
One of the most famous scenes ever.
Yeah, he just carries these pills around.
It's NyQuil,
You take the
or
red,
Dayquil.
you stay in Wonderland.
I always like how in his glasses, one of them is Neo reaches for one, only in one lens.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I wonder if he regretted that.
Taking the red pill.
If his character regretted that.
He reminds me a lot of Bill Burr. Like he looks like him, kind of talks like him.
Kansas is going bye-bye.
Well-timed thunder and lightning.
I know.
How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real world?
He's turning into the Silver Surfer.
I feel like this movie was terrifying to think about, like
Like,
what if we really are
What if we're in the Matrix
in
now?
the Matrix?
Maybe the movie The Matrix was put there to tell us, to warn us of the truth.
Oh,
I wonder what he's actually in.
so gross.
Oh yeah, and it starts like.
Oh, this is so cringe. Like, watching him take that out of his head. Always reminds me of the movie The X-Files.
I suppose the X-Files would have been first.
Oh my gosh. Uh-oh.
Not good. Oh, jeez, that looks like painful.
Real painful.
Yeah. This looks like a fun water slide, though.
Man, what a sucky way to wake up.
I know. Should have taken that blue pill.
Am I dead?
Jeez, some acupuncture.
Why am my eyes hurt?
You've never used them before.
It's crazy to think about.
The
How
answers are...
depressing. I'll take the blue pill. That's just not.
Most people would. I can already see people commenting on it.
I wonder how they did that. Was that like CG or was that like...
That would have been like a little prosthetic thing to match the color of his skin. It just went to a certain point.
I mean, of course Neo is gonna fall in love with Trinity. She's the only female.
Well, there's that blonde chick.
Besides Switch, who, well, we all know what happens to her. Ugh. Oh my gosh.
It's a cool transition.
You can load anything from...
He's so extra.
We're inside a computer program?
Is it really so hard to believe? Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. The world as it was at the end of the 20th century. It exists now only as part of a neural interactive simulation that we call the Matrix. This is the world as it exists today.
They still had the Twin Towers.
The desert of the real.
Terminator is one of them too. Or AI goes against people.
Oh, we gotta watch Terminator. I really want to see that.
Endless fields where human beings are no longer born.
Looks
For the
really
longest
good.
time, I wouldn't believe it. To change a human being into this.
That's a Duracell battery.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo.
Poor Neo.
I really like his character.
Tank.
Those are
Yeah.
100% pure old-fashioned homegrown human.
I wish this was possible.
I know.
I'm going to learn jujitsu. Holy shit.
Drunken boxing? Like, I don't even know what that is.
I wonder what all he learned. If this is just 10 hours of like martial arts.
I know kung fu.
Yeah. What's really great is that they actually did this too.
He has that Keanu, like, side eyebrow thing.
Yeah. Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah. Love his footwork. You can see him hanging onto the wires there. See? Oop. Wasn't that a support beam, guys?
You think that's air you're breathing now?
Oh yeah, I forgot about Mouse. The little guy.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, he's fast.
Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me.
There you go. Whee.
The sexual tension between Morpheus and Neo.
I mean, the fact that he jumped at all is...
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't real.
Your mind makes it real.
Oh, that's nice of Trinity.
She wants on his jock so bad.
Wow. Okay. Bill Burr.
He's so jealous.
There is something about him, isn't there? Why doesn't he take him to see the Oracle?
Morpheus will take him when he's ready.
Oh yeah, this track right here.
What do you see, businessman?
Sorry, I probably have to cut it out for the reaction video. Copyright.
Were you listening to me, Neo? You are not one of us. You are one of them.
What are they?
Sentient programs. They are everyone, and they are no one.
Literally every person in there.
Survived by everyone who has fought an agent has died. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge bullets?
When you're ready, you won't have to.
Where are they supposed to be? Like, are they
In South Dakota.
in water? Are they like?
South Dakota actually just looks like this normally. No, I don't know. I think they said they were in some sort of underground thing.
EMP armed and ready.
Sewers.
There used to be cities that spanned hundreds of miles.
Service waste systems?
Oh, sewers, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Stock Hawk.
Whoa! Neo. You, want a drink? Sure. You know, I know what you're thinking. Why, oh, why didn't I take the blue pill? So you're here to save the world. Little piece of advice. You see an agent? Run.
Do we have a
That's
deal,
good.
Mr. Reagan?
You know, I know this steak doesn't exist. Ignorance is bliss.
Then we have a deal.
Get you the
Scumbag.
He just looks like a snake.
If you close your eyes, it almost feels like you're eating runny eggs.
You know, a bowl of snot.
The woman in the red dress. I designed her. She
He's such a freak.
Digital pen part of work.
pay no attention to these hypocrites, Neo.
I guess they just like appear there.
We're in. We'll be back in an hour.
Looks like a really, really good Ray-Ban commercial.
Wonder why they don't pull the Oracle out of the Matrix.
Well, would she have the same capability?
Well, I don't know. I wonder why the agents don't go after her, since these guys all go to her.
She is a guide, Neo. She can help you to find the path.
What did she tell you?
That I would find the one.
Is that something that's explained in the later movies?
Like how she has her.
No. That like he thinks that Neo's the one, and she said that he's not. The Oracle tells Neo that he's not the one.
Right, but then Morpheus says, she told you what you needed to hear. So I think by him no longer believing he's the one, he was able to kind of take the pressure off of himself.
Oh, I did not catch that.
Do not try and bend the spoon. That's impossible.
There is no spoon.
Why don't you go lay down?
The Oracle will see you now.
Be right with you.
You're the Oracle?
Bingo. And don't worry about the days.
What days?
What's really going to bake your noodle later on is...
It's really gonna bake your noodle.
You're cuter than I thought. I can see why she likes you.
Who?
Not too bright, though. You already know what I'm going to tell.
I'm not the one.
Sorry, kid. Next life, maybe. Who knows? That's the way these things go. You'll remember you don't believe in any of this fate crap. You're in control of your own life.
She's a good actress.
Mm-hmm.
Take a cookie.
I like how he puts those on.
I like the car. A lot of leather in this movie.
I know. They made trench coats like really popular.
Also, sunglasses. Bet you the sales of sunglasses went up like a zillion %.
Deja vu.
Deja vu is usually a glitch in the Matrix. It happens when they change something.
Oh.
Such a little guy.
Oh,
Oh
man.
no.
8th floor. They're on the 8th floor. I hope the Oracle gave you some good news.
At least he got a cookie.
That's a cool shot. Dang it. Bill Burr.
It's an agent!
Morpheus.
No, Morpheus, don't! Trinity, go!
And you are a Smith. Agent Smith.
Like how he gets up like that.
Jesus.
Oh man.
Is Morpheus alive, Tank?
Yes, they're moving him. I don't know where to yet.
The exits, like what?
I think they have to be hardwired phones.
Oh, okay. So it could be any landline?
I don't know if it could be any. I don't think they ever specify in the movie.
I thought this was always a good twist.
Yeah.
Oh, so emotional.
Ugh.
Jesus.
It's like Anakin Skywalker on Mustafar.
Cooked well done.
It's pretty stupid of him to leave the weapon right by one of the guys.
For real. Gross.
That's what I do to you when you're sleeping
What
sometimes.
a grease ball.
You know, Jennifer.
You would. Yep.
You call this free? You have to watch APOC die.
What did he say?
Do you have anything terribly important to say to Switch?
Not like this.
Aw. Aw.
Jesus.
Morpheus was right. There's no way I can pull this. I mean, how can he be the one if he's dead?
Nice.
Billions of people just living out their lives. Did you know that the first Matrix was designed to be a perfect human world? No one would accept the program. Entire crops were lost. Human beings define their reality through misery and suffering. Look out that window. You had your time.
There could be a problem.
What do they want?
The leader of every ship is given codes to Zion's mainframe computer. Zion's more important than me or you.
What are you doing?
I'm going in. Morpheus did what he did because he believed that I'm something I'm not.
Even if you somehow got inside, those are agents holding him.
I believe I can bring him back. What are you doing?
Going with you.
No, you're not.
No? I believe if you are really serious about saving him, you are going to need my help. If you don't like it, I believe you can go to hell.
That's right, Trinity. You tell him.
I'd like to share a revelation that I've had during my time here.
I can't with this guy.
You move to an area and you multiply till every natural resource is consumed.
I mean, he's not wrong.
There is another organism on this planet that follows the same pattern. A virus.
COVID.
Or a disease.
Guns. Lots of guns.
Lots of guns. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I hate this place. It's the smell.
He's got the vein popping out of his head and everything.
Your stink.
He's just
Every time I must get free.
Those boots.
Such a great scene.
Classic Matrix. Metallic items. Oh my gosh.
Definitely appropriate R rating.
Their response time is really impressive though. I'll give that to them.
For sure. Look at her go.
I don't see the practicality of all the wall running and flipping and stuff, but I know it looks cool. If anything, her flipping shoe is in the air, like, as a target longer. Nice. It's like his stance on the poster.
I think they're trying to save you.
I ricocheted and like hit her in the leg.
Under attack!
I always like that.
Yeah. Maybe that's one of those famous scenes coming
Yep.
up. There
Look
it
at
is.
that.
Yeah. Still awesome even today.
Yeah.
He still gets nicked though. Oh. Flops on the ground. Dodge this.
How did you do that?
Do what?
You moved like they do.
Probably could have this conversation later.
I know. How cool would it be to just to be able to like, learn stuff like this? Nice. Does he accidentally hit Morpheus here?
Well, apparently he's the one.
Just like going around like as much as he can.
Get up, get up.
Come on, Morpheus. Hey.
Oh my gosh.
I'm here too, guys.
She told me. She told you exactly what you needed to hear.
Damn, it's good to hear your voice, sir.
I almost killed you earlier.
So mad.
He's so pissed. Glad that they like show it.
Cool.
That's how it looks.
Neil, I want to tell you something.
Later. Back at
No
base.
kidding.
Back at the base. Trinity. You can talk about this in 2 seconds, literally.
Where's like the sense of urgency?
She thinks that they're in the clear right now. I get that, but
Feel bad. Just some poor homeless guy.
I know, now he's Agent Smith.
Mr. Anders.
So she hadn't spent so much time kissing his ass.
No.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Look at that.
I know, I like saying like the trail. You know, it feels like Goku in base form fighting Frieza on Namek for the first time.
Honey, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like before he became a Super Saiyan. He's not quite there. Oof. Oh, I love that zoom in on the punch.
Oh.
Not a Super Saiyan yet, Goku.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe he just drags him.
Jesus.
You hear that, Mr.
Oh.
Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability. Goodbye, Mr. Anderson. My name is Neo.
Nice. Oh, poor homeless guy.
Got his glasses fixed.
How long?
5, maybe 6 minutes.
At my phone!
Someone was like, is that Keanu Reeves? Ugh, too many people. I was just trying to buy some lettuce. I love that part, this part here. That's the agent, yeah.
Giant pile of garbage.
Come on, Neo. Oh. Ugh. You fired like 6 or 7 rounds into him.
He's gone.
The Oracle told me that I would fall in love and that the man that I loved would be the one. So you see, you can't be dead.
Only true love's kiss
I love you.
can awaken the princess.
No.
He must feel so vindicated now.
That's the one.
Like I told you all. Okay, he sees the code now.
Making him look like a chump. That's kind of weird.
Like all of his powers, and he's doing this ballet move. No, I'm kidding. No, it's impressive. Oh yeah, this was always weird to me. He, like jumps in his body.
Yeah.
Vegeta did this to Super Buu in Dragon Ball Z. It's 2 Dragon Ball Z references. I like that. It was like moving. We out.
this phone. And then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
There he looks up. Yeah, that sonic boom in the background. Yeah. All right, just finished watching The Matrix and our watch along. It didn't go all that smoothly, so sorry if you were watching the watch along with us. We were rife with technical issues, but hopefully we'll be able to fix it the next time. Aside from that, this was still really fun to watch along with everyone and to watch with Jen. I love this movie, and I think it's, well, I'll let you go first. How did you feel watching it again and watching it with everyone?
I mean, I love The Matrix. I've always loved The Matrix, and it was nice watching with everyone because there was a lot of like questions that I had that were answered and just like tidbits of information from the film. What I like about this movie is that it is, I mean, the definition of thinking outside the box. The storyline, and we kind of touched on it earlier, the storyline is just so unique. I mean, even to this day, I can't think of a movie that has a similar storyline to it. It is just so unique. So the fact that it came out in what, 99 you said?
99, yeah.
99, and there still hasn't been a movie that has kind of raised the bar that to the level that The Matrix has, I think speaks for itself. And it was unpredictable, you know? The style of the movie I just kind of miss. It's that like 90s feel, but like
90s action type
to
of...
to the max. Like, it's just so good. And I love that like they just throw in wrenches here and there, like the fact that he went to the Oracle and he gathered from that he wasn't the one. You know, I know first time watching it, you're expecting him to go there and like her to confirm that, or, you know, verbally confirm that to him. So just stuff like that. And then the fact that like Cypher was like, turned out to be a backstabber, Morpheus gets captured, things like that you just wouldn't expect to happen. They took those risks, and I like that. Obviously, Keanu is like very talented, that's like a given. But there were also some other actors. I don't know who plays Agent Smith, the main one, but honestly, he's the underdog of this movie, I think. Like, he is so good. The way that he plays that role, like you can tell he's just playing his heart out. He's so good, like you wanna hate him, but you can't because he's just the best. He's the best at being bad, and I really, really love that. Same with Morpheus, the actor. I totally forgot his name.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne. Really good at playing him. I can't imagine anybody else playing these characters, honestly. And that's how you know that they're just like good quality. You know, the CGI and the special effects, it is from the 90s, but I feel like it still stands up today. I look at it and I'm just like, I kind of feel like it's better than some movies that have come out, you know, in the last couple years. It's very, very original. I really love this story. I think the storyline is great. You know, when you think about the storyline, it's very complicated, but I felt like the movie did a really great job at taking a complicated concept and like breaking it down so you could understand it, but it was still a juicy storyline because there was so much going on. But it wasn't overwhelming, and I've just always really liked this. I still think it's one of the best movies ever made. I'll always be up to watch it.
Yeah, I agree with you pretty much in everything you said. I think this movie is perfectly cast. I think it's refreshingly original. We really don't have a whole lot of movies that can compete in just being original films. I mentioned earlier, Christopher Nolan is probably the only one that I can think of that's still making original, like science fiction type of movies that are good, and movies like Inception and Tenet that are really outside the box and really unique. The Matrix absolutely falls in line with that. I love Keanu Reeves, especially in this one. I think Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith is fantastic. There's a really cool fan theory on the film theorist Matt Pat that he does. I was telling Jen about it. His theory is that Agent Smith is actually the one. And I think there's some spoilers for 2 and 3, so I might actually hold off showing Jen that. But I love this. I think this is a pretty close to perfect movie in every way. All the characters had a role to play, and the twists were great. The action was fantastic. They think they made this movie on like a $65 million budget. I know it was 99, but by comparison, that's a pretty low budget, even, you know, by today's standards or adjusted for inflation, because nothing like this had been done before, so the studio was taking a risk with the Wachowskis. I would love to know what you would rate this movie.
My idea of a perfect film kind of aligns with The Matrix. You know, everything from the storyline to the casting.
The music was great.
The music, oh yeah, I remember when it first came out, I bought the soundtrack and I just listened to it over and over and over again. Music was great. Keanu also has this ability to convey emotion without necessarily like his facial reaction giving anything, you know? You get that feeling from him without anything necessarily on his face. Like, it's a weird thing to describe.
It's like super subtle.
Yes, and I think that's such a talent. And for his role, like, he was perfect. I really, really enjoyed this movie. Like I said, I think it's one of the best movies ever made, so I'm gonna have to go with a 10.
Wow, 10 out of 10. Well, it's interesting you say that because I was actually going to rate it a 10 out of 10 as well. This is a pretty close to perfect movie. This is a top, I don't want to say top 5, top 10 best movies of all time. I could confidently say that, of course, in our opinion. We'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments below, how you would rate The Matrix, some of your thoughts. I know we talked a little bit during the live stream, but if there's any questions or things we didn't get to talk about, make sure to leave it in the comment below. We'll see if we can respond to some of you guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like. It does help the channel out a lot. Subscribe so you'll be notified, because we're gonna do Matrix 2, 3, and the most recent one. Jen hasn't seen 2, 3, the most recent one. I have not seen the most recent one, so I'm really looking forward to watching that one. I've heard some mixed things, but I'm curious to see it for myself. Also, consider joining my Patreon. You'll get early access to select videos. You'll get to see some of the other Matrix videos early, and we appreciate it a lot. As always, Jen and I, thank you so much for watching along with us, and we'll catch you in the next video. Take care, everyone.